Yeah, I'm Jaden Hollis and I'm a Deputy Captain in the Cayuga Fire Brigade in the Musbrook Shire in the Hunter Valley. I've been in the RFS for nearly 7 years and yeah, I live locally, about 3k down the road. I'm always the first one at the shed when the job comes in. 7 years ago I was still at school and really didn't have a plan with life, and so I decided, well, I've always wanted to be a firefighter. I'm too young to join the retained ranks, so I will join the RFS. So originally, and then one day I was walking home from school and I seen an RFS uniform hanging on the clothesline in town. Anyway, I got talking to some friends one night and I said, oh yeah, it's such and such Stephen. I made some inquiries and I liked the local Musbrook page on Facebook, and they were always posting, oh, this afternoon, Cayuga and Eden Lassie responded to this job, or Cayuga and Eden Lassie went to this job tonight. So I thought, well, I'm only 5 minutes from Cayuga, I'll send him a message and talk about joining up, and kind of just went from there. I joined up. It's every kid's dream to ride on a fire truck. I was 15 and didn't really know what I wanted to do with my life, and yeah, so I joined up and I haven't looked back since. Did my first fire season, which was Red October, so thrown straight into the deep end from there, and it kind of snowballed and it's become a big part of my life. Yeah, look, I was in the brigade for 3 years and my brother was kind of getting really interested in it, so I took him to training one night with us, and yeah, he hasn't looked back either. And now my younger brother, he's just turned 16 today actually, so tomorrow, if we get a call out, he's going to be on the truck with us as well. Pop grew up on a farm and his dad was the then bushfire brigade or service captain 60, 70 years ago. So he was going to the truck on call outs when he was 10, 11, 12 years old. It's just the way it was back then. I remember him telling me one night, we were just having a couple of beers at the pub one arvo, and he said, oh, I remember when I was 12 years old, Dad rang the house phone, the neighbour's hay shed was on fire, and so I got to drive the truck and I met him there, and we were there for about 3 days putting his hay shed fire out. So it's a bit of a connection, I guess, but yeah, it's starting to become a lot more of a connection now. I've got younger brothers in it. Well, essentially, the Cayuga Brigade, we're here for the local area. We've been here since the dawn of time. The truck's always moved around to different properties. This, in 1990, this was the captain's property. It's now our current captain's property. It's gone through the family. So it's essentially the captain's property. But we still operate as a normal brigade. We're still activated by pages. We still come, whether the fire's a K down the road or 100k down the road, the pager goes off. We're guaranteed to get the truck out. It was a dairy property, but now with the price of milk and the way the government's going, it's now a beef property, and yeah, Lucerne. I'm a fire service technician. So I service your fire alarms, fire extinguishers, install firefighting equipment, first aid kits. We service first aid kits, and we also do fire and first aid training. I run my own wild animal trapping business. So farmers pay me to come and, cull wild dogs, pigs, goats, kangaroos if they get the appropriate tags and stuff like that. Oh, look, at this stage, I'm happy just being the deputy captain. Now, if I become the senior deputy or the captain later down the track, all good. Probably my pop. He was always at me, you've got to do something with my life, and I think when I told him I was joining the Rural Fire Brigade, he was pretty chuffed with himself. Biggest influence is probably the community. I've been in it 7 years. I've done the fatal car accidents, I've done the house fires, and it's just the look of gratitude people get you. We're turning up when it's probably the worst day of their lives. So we can make it a little bit better. That's probably what gets me by. But we're a relatively small brigade. We've got 13 members on the books at the moment. We're always looking for more members. You know, I'd rather take the truck out with 7 people than 2 or 3, you know. So just do it. Come and have a chat with us. We've got a Facebook page, send us a message. Just come and get to know the brigade. The words, probably commitment, hard work, and just a can-do attitude. You know, pager goes off at 1 o'clock in the morning. We want you out here, whether it's hot, cold, raining, snowing even.